Welcome to Master 2255 English Phrasal Verbs, complete course with 150 categories for fluency. Today we're diving into category 126, conflict resolution, key phrasal verbs for effective conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn essential phrasal verbs to help you manage and resolve conflicts in personal, professional, and everyday situations. These phrases are key to handling disagreements with confidence and clarity. Let's start with sort out. To sort out means to organize, resolve, or fix a problem. For example, we need to sort out this misunderstanding before it gets worse. It's widely used to talk about finding solutions to problems or confusion. Next, we have make up. This means to reconcile or restore a good relationship after a disagreement. For example, after arguing all day, they finally made up and became friends again. It's all about making peace after conflict. Then there's break up. While it often refers to relationships ending, it can also mean to separate or disband a group. For instance, they broke up after years of being together, or the police broke up the protest. Now let's talk about patch things up. This means to repair a broken relationship or resolve an issue. For example, after the argument, they decided to patch things up and move on. It emphasizes mending relationships. Next is talk over. To talk over means to discuss something thoroughly, especially to reach an agreement. For example, before making a decision, it's best to talk it over with your team. It's useful in professional and personal conversations. Now we have work out. This can mean to find a solution or come to an agreement. For example, we're trying to work out a compromise that benefits everyone. It's about solving issues through discussion and collaboration. Next on the list is give in. This means to surrender or stop resisting. For instance, after hours of negotiation, they finally gave in to the demands. It's about yielding to pressure or compromise. Following that is back down. To back down means to retreat from a position or argument. For example, he refused to back down, even when he realized he was wrong. It's often used when talking about someone stubborn in a conflict. Next is fall out with. This means to have a disagreement or argument that causes a separation in a relationship. For instance, they fell out with each other over a money dispute. It's commonly used when friendships or relationships are strained. Then we have get over. This means to recover emotionally or move on from something upsetting. For example, it took her weeks to get over the argument with her best friend. It's often used for emotional recovery after conflicts. Next up is clear up. This phrasal verb means to resolve confusion or misunderstandings. For example, let's clear up the confusion before things get worse. It's used to bring clarity to a situation. Following that is own up to. To own up to means to admit a mistake or take responsibility for something. For instance, he owned up to breaking the vase and apologized. It's essential for accountability in conflict resolution. Next is walk away. This means to leave a conflict, situation, or argument instead of continuing it. For example, sometimes it's best to walk away from a pointless argument. It's often about choosing peace over confrontation. Then we have stand up for. This means to defend or support a person, belief, or idea. For example, she stood up for her friend when others were criticizing him. It's a powerful phrasal verb about showing courage and support. Finally, we have let go of. This means to release negative emotions, grudges, or attachments. For example, to move forward, you need to let go of past resentment. It's about emotional release and personal growth. And that's it for category 126, conflict resolution, key phrasal verbs for effective conversations. With these phrases, you'll be able to handle disagreements and solve issues like a pro. This was category 126 of our course. Stay confident in your conversations, and see you in the next lesson.